Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 5th of December. My name is Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Peer.
Gary, we're holding it together as we head towards the finish line. Massive weekend, feeling energised and pumped. What about you?
I'm feeling good, Phil. I'm looking forward to finishing this year on a high. There's so much going on and there's still lots of activities, some great offerings. Lots of places got sold. And we've got a big smorgasbord of final listings coming up for this weekend, and I'm very excited, even before this weekend, midweek auctions as well.
Big weekend that we've just had, Gary, selling 74% against the industry average, I think, of 59%. Yep. So let's get those towers up as we ride our thoroughbred horse to the winning line.
Into the sunset, is that what we're doing, Phil? We're not quite at the sunset yet, but anyway, 59% versus 74%. Towers are up, a little bit of Bose music, don't mind that, because that's a big difference.
I've got to tell you, Saturday weather was just appalling, but we held the auctions inside, so it was all good. But Sunday, talk about just a massive contradiction. Saturday pouring with rain and awful. Sunday beautiful and sunny and
warm,
quite hot
humid,
actually.
Yeah.
But Sunday, talk about the hot. I had 5 auctions on Sunday, sold all 5. It was a clean sweep, Gary.
It was a big day Sunday,
9
9 out of 9.
About myself Sunday
I reckon
night.
you would have been, and you were entitled to. But I've got to say, this, the rain on Saturday was much more problematic than just a little bit of inconvenience to people that were attending auctions and auctioneers, Philip, because it infected my horse, actually.
Infected your horse or affected your horse?
Well, it might have done both, but it did. Cadmus, the flying champion of the turf, CADMUS, came fourth, Phil.
Why Cadmus?
Why not?
Well, normally a name means something.
Well, I don't have that big a shareholder to know what the name means, Philip. But Cadmus, the champion of the turf, which won this last start, actually came fourth.
Like
Moses.
At Jugiong.
Like Moses. Jugiong.
The Jugiong picnic races.
No, it wasn't the Jugiong picnic. It was the Caulfield races in a very good race, Philip. Anyway, came fourth, so look out for Cadmus next start. We're going back to the valley where we won. But that is a whole other story.
Speaking of Jugiong, shout out to all my friends in Jugiong. I did grow up near Jugiong, Gary, and the Jugiong Hotel, which was a dump for the great majority of my youth, was taken over a few years ago and turned into a gastro pub. Now, keep in mind, Jugiong is a bit like Larrimah.
Does a gastro
population 15.
Does a gastro pub give you like gastro?
No, a gastro pub is all about the food, Gary. Anyway, it's taken over. And Jugiong is a lovely, delightful little town.
I've been there a number of times.
Town is actually a wrong description. Village. And you've been to Jugiong. We've both been to Jugiong together. Sits on the Murrumbidgee River. Lovely spot. Middle of nowhere, although kind of connected to Canberra, not that far away. Anyway, turned into a gastro pub. It's now a place to go.
Well, Phil, you'll know.
A famous American film star went there.
That's right. Who was it? Do you remember?
And put himself on Instagram at the Jong Pub.
Was it Zac Efron or something?
No, it was the guy that played the assassin. Come on, short guy. There was a series, 4 films. Come on, you can get this, Gary.
No, not with you.
Back to your viewers.
Someone will tune in and let us know.
Anyway.
Tom Cruise.
No, it wasn't Tom Cruise. Guy that's similar sort of genre. Anyway, I've forgotten about it. But the Jugiong Pub, if you're ever in New South Wales, turn left, turn right, you'll end up in Jugiong.
I think I know who it is now. I'm getting there, Phil. It takes us a bit of a while. Anyway, go to the Long Track Pantry in Jugiong, Phil, because that's 3.5 hours from Sydney. So if you drive through to Sydney, stop there in the afternoon. The Long Track Pantry.
We'll put some images up as we speak, no doubt.
Mark, is it Mark?
Not Mark Wahlberg, but
I know.
you're in the same sort of
I'm getting there. Not Leonardo DiCaprio, but one of those guys. He played in. I know.
You know, there was a series made, The Burn Identity. Come on, The Burn Identity. What's his name? Camera person. Matt Damon.
That's
Thank you, Jack.
We got there. Matt Damon. Loves it. Long Track Pantry, Phil. We've got off the track, off the long track and the short track. In fact, we've got right off track, Phil, because we were talking about real estate, but we just got absorbed in the life of Jugiong, which happens to so many.
I've got a bit of a little bit of a gastro announcement again on this gastro theme.
I know. I shouldn't stand too close to you if you've got gastro.
No, it's all good. I went to the new Chiccone's on Saturday night.
Oh, right. Where's that?
The new Chiccone's. So you know Chiccone's.
You're
one of the best Italian restaurants.
He's a man about town. He'll tell you, I don't go out, I do much. But he is off there flittering here and socialising there and eating over there. He's a man about
the
town.
Bortolotto family had a beautiful... They started in Fitzroy Street and then they had
You're not talking about the one in the city that's downstairs.
Let me get there. They started in Fitzroy
taking
Street.
too long.
It was Bortolotto's,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Then they went to the Crown Casino
Yes,
and
they did.
became Chiconi's.
Yes, they did.
Then they moved from the casino because they'd had enough of all of those
Yeah.
gambler types coming in, you know.
I miss you. Yeah, go on.
And they moved to Flinders Lane
I
in
know,
the
I've been
basement,
down there,
which
yeah.
they still are there, I believe.
Yeah,
Anyway,
they are.
they've moved, or they've opened a second restaurant in the Toorak Village in the new development
Oh, is
there.
that right?
The new, beautiful new development. There's a Coles supermarket and 5 stories of offices above.
Yes.
Anyway, they've opened Chiconi's in the Toorak
And
Village.
is our friend there? I won't name her, but it was our friend there. Who used to? Well, she used to work here.
Oh,
You should
yes.
know,
Well,
yeah.
she wasn't there that evening.
Yeah,
But anyway, the most unbelievable fit out
Yeah.
on the first floor.
See, I don't even notice fit outs.
And it's a fit out.
I'm interested in what I'm
you
eating.
would swear you're in a luxurious restaurant in Manhattan. So not only is it the luxurious fit out, but it's quite large. Magnificent. The service was fantastic.
They are good.
The food was sensational.
Really, I've got to go there. I went to
Absolutely
Grazie.
sensational. You know what?
You know Grazia?
Yeah, of course
You've been
I
to
know
go?
Grazia. I've
Oh, of
been
course you
there
know.
many-
Like, it's
of
no
course
big
I've been
deal.
there many
No.
times. But Chiconi's, I'm going to take you there for lunch.
Okay, I'll go there.
We're going to go there for lunch.
Let's do it.
Hopefully this year.
Let's do it.
But it's beautiful. So
I'm
viewers,
ready.
if you haven't been to Chiconi's, just get your bank account in order because the
you're paying.
downside is that it's expensive.
Yeah.
But quality is remembered long after price is forgotten.
And it is a great establishment, Phil.
Beautiful.
Run by
beautiful,
great people.
Beautiful.
By the way.
Deserves to do
Yeah,
very well.
Exactly right.
And I can tell you it will do
Are they
very well.
sponsoring our show, Phil?
No, they're not.
No,
But
okay,
you'd reckon
never
we
mind.
get a free lunch out of this.
At least a coffee or something. You
Yeah,
know, I'd be happy
yeah,
with
yeah,
just one of those
some
lovely
sparkling
desserts
water.
or some sparkling water. Do fine. Maybe tap water is more likely. Phil, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the world of real estate. But I
Yes,
want to raise
it is
an
a
issue
real estate show.
before, and that Grazia is very good. Actually, I went there for dinner.
Shout out to Grazia.
Yeah, very good. Good
That
service
is in
there.
Burke Road in
Yeah,
East Malvern, near
yeah.
the intersection of
Waverley
Waverley Road.
Waverley Road. What should?
No, Wattle Tree. Where
Yes.
Wattle Tree? It's just
No,
in
it's
that little
Waven-
vicinity.
it's Wave-
It
oh,
is not
it's
Gary.
Wattle
It
Tree.
is where Wattle Tree Road hits Burke Road.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Wattle Tree
Yeah.
Road hits Burke Road. Grazia, and if you can't get into Grazia, just walk around the corner to Reserva.
Yep.
Dropped in there the other night. Client was having his 70th birthday.
Okay.
And I surprised
I
him,
heard that.
Gary, by
I
dropping
heard. You
in
know,
with
I
a
heard
bottle
about
of
that
Johnny
already.
Walker Blue, did you?
I heard
Okay,
about it already,
good.
and he was very impressed by you doing that.
Do you
I
know
think
what?
it's did that come from your personal account or the business account?
No, that was a business expense. But he's an interesting man
He
and
is.
a delightful man and a man that I love. He's
Yes.
enigmatic. So,
He is enigmatic.
Ian, if you're watching this show, you
Yeah.
are enigmatic and I love you for
And you're
it.
70.
Yeah.
Phil, let's have happy birthday, Phil, because 70 is the new
shout
60.
out. Let's happy birthday, Ian. Happy
Yeah, yeah.
birthday. Let's get some confetti and a cake and happy birthday, Ian.
Well done, congratulations. That's a big
Yeah.
noise. We don't do that for our family, mate. So I don't know what you've got over him. Must be some photos or something. Anyway, Ian,
Those
well
are
done.
me and the goat.
You and the coach, yes. You were very close, weren't you? Phil, I want to talk to you about online portal appraisals. And again, we don't come here with
You
anything.
know, when you
something
said online poor,
yeah, I know.
thought-
I
was
know you
wondering
would get
where you were going on there, Gary.
You're worrying. And by the way, you met on the weekend Byron, who's here from Shanghai, who watches our show every week.
Shout
What a
out to
delight he is.
Byron.
Yeah, so Byron,
Do you know,
g'day. Yeah.
Byron came to an auction
Yeah.
with me
Yeah,
on
Keene Street.
Saturday,
He was
then
there.
came on Sunday,
Yeah.
and had a bit of a chat with Byron.
Yeah.
Seriously good bloke
He
from
is a
Shanghai.
very lovely fellow.
He's
Yeah.
working in the family business, which is
Yes.
packaging, so
Yes.
he tells me. And Byron, I'm going to take up your offer because I said I'm going to come to Shanghai. I've said
Yeah.
I've been to twice to
I've
Shanghai.
never been to
Want to
Shanghai.
go to Shanghai
I
third
wanna go
time.
there.
And Byron, I'm going to stay with you.
Yep, good on you, Byron.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not,
That's
Byron.
it.
You
Just
don't have
for
to
a-
stay. You can go and move out.
That's
He
it.
just wants to
Just
stay in
for
your
a few
place.
months.
Yeah, exactly right. He's clean. He's definitely clean. I
Gary,
know that. Yeah.
I've got to tell you, Shanghai
Yeah.
is the most phenomenal
want to go there.
city. And I've been to, as you well know, a well-travelled man,
Yeah.
erudite, they say. But I've
I've never been there. Where's Erudite? Is that a city or
I've travelled the world.
Is there a racetrack there?
You know, they go Paris, New York, Tokyo, London,
yep.
Shanghai,
Yeah.
Sydney. These
Yep.
are incredible cities. But
Who's they? Who
Shanghai,
does that?
Shanghai, I don't know who
Okay.
they is. But Shanghai, I've got to tell you, we had the best week in Shanghai.
Yep.
It is an amazing city.
Well, I'd like to go there, Philip.
Yeah.
We've got some historical connection in the family. We'll talk about that another
Yeah,
time.
and
But
look,
yeah.
how good would it be? Now, Byron, here's the mission. You need to buy something from us
Yep.
as an investment. We will then manage it for you.
Could be
and
anything.
we will need to have
Face-to-face meetings,
face-to-face meetings where we fly over to Shanghai.
Can't do it on the phone.
You will be, I'm pretty sure if the Commissioner of the Taxation Department is watching this show.
Yeah, approve that.
I just want to know, is that tax deductible? Should Byron have an investment property, like a one-bedroom apartment?
Studio even?
Westbury Street.
Garage is good enough.
St Kilda.
Garage.
Does it warrant us both flying over
even a parking
every 12
space
months for a week, staying at one of the finest hotels? The
Yep.
Peninsula, by the way, is magnificent.
Yep. Just a parking space in East Zone. That's it.
Yeah. Is
We've got to come and
that
talk about
a
that
tax
parking.
deduction?
We've got to come and talk about that parking space, Byron, because it's important that it's managed the right way, it's
And
clean,
we
it's
believe in
maintained.
personal service, Byron, where we will sit in your house, which we've now taken over.
Yes, exactly right. Which you can drop in and visit occasionally. I mean, you did used to live there before we took it over. And
Commissioner, let us know.
Yeah, let's see.
And Byron, let us know if you're up for buying that
Exactly
one-bedroom apartment, which
All
we
that-
will subsidise probably.
Exactly, all that parking space, all that garage, whatever it may well be. We're getting ridiculous. I was talking about online portal, not what else you're thinking. So let's talk a bit about that online portal appraisals, because what's happening is, and I've seen an interesting article about this from a very
interesting article.
from an interesting person, Philip, and I've got to say that they're saying that, look, online appraisals are now very interesting.
Can we just back up the truck a bit? What does an online portal appraisal mean? So if you go on to realestate.com,
put in an address,
or
even.
Domain,
Google, just Google an address.
Buy My House, or any of these places, and you can get an algorithm that will tell you what your house is worth.
Yeah. Now the only problem with that.
The only problem
is that they're not very accurate, and of course, we have people, we go and do appraisals sometimes for people, we say, look, we've done an analysis, we spent 3 days on this, we've looked at the land size, the orientation, the zoning of the home, the improvements, all of the emotion factor, the construction, every single part of it, the aspects, everything. We've come up with this, and they go, oh yeah, I found that online, they just told me that, it looked up in 30 seconds. Sometimes they're right, but the problem is, Phil, sometimes they're very, very wrong. So you've got to be very careful to depend on those.
Interesting exercise. Let's next year, in the first quarter of next year, go onto the online portals.
Yes.
Have a look at the properties that we're selling the following weekend.
Rate them.
And then let's match it up and see what the portal said and what the market said.
I like that idea.
Tori is my EA. Tori, if you're watching this, hopefully you are.
She never watched it. She has enough of you during the week. She ain't interested in watching this after hours. I can
Tori,
promise you.
please, let's make that one of the things that we do first quarter, February, March, April. We'll come back to you viewers and let you know whether online portals are what you should be watching.
It's a very interesting thing, actually. Well, what this movement was, or this discussion, Phil, was saying that maybe agents should be offering it. And I'm a bit fearful about offering online. Like, basically someone can say, I live at 25 Balaclava Road, we go 1.6. Right? Or I live at number 5 Cross Street, Caulfield South, 2.1. Like having that.
You happen to be living
is a
at
worry.
those addresses. This is just an example. We're not actually valuing your property.
No. Do you think we needed to make that disclaimer to you? Do you think there's people that are watching that are in that address?
We live in a world of disclaimers, Gary. So have you noticed that the auctions now, I now say, if you'd like one of our salespeople to assist you, they will happily assist you as long as you approach them in a COVID-friendly, what does I say? COVID-friendly.
Non-creepy. You say that sometimes. That's just about you, I think.
What does it I say?
COVID-friendly, gender-neutral.
All of these things, politically correct manner, and they will gladly give you any assistance.
I think people now are under threat. If your surname is like Goldman, I don't think that's right anymore. I think it should be Gold Person or Gold People or Gold Woman. People don't have the right to have Goldman in their name anymore. It's discriminatory, and I think it's wrong.
I completely agree.
So,
all the Goldmans that are watching this show,
get down the registry
to the name and registry and just change your name.
Yeah, it could be for anybody with a surname, even if your surname was just Man. Like there's people that we know them. Families Man. Well, what do they do now? They're stuffed, aren't they? Anyway, let's talk about some of our sales.
It's a hard-hitting show, and clearly we're at the end of the year running out of sensible things to say.
Exactly right. Not that we had so much sense through the year anyway.
You need to really watch this show in February when we're fresh and revitalised and we've got something intelligent
just
to say.
Just a little bit more sense going around than there is right now. We're all a bit cooked.
Let's talk about what happened on the weekend, Gary.
Whilst we're no lacking of energy, and I saw that with your auctions on the weekend. You did a superb job, Philip, even your 5th or sixth auction on
Gary.
Sunday. You were
Thank
in
you.
fine form.
Yep.
I had some fun on
I
Sunday
actually
morning.
did think I brought it home pretty well.
Yeah,
on
you brought it
Sunday,
home,
yep.
and you got 2 more weekends, so you better
Yep.
just hang in there.
I had a
Hold up.
100% success rate on Sunday.
You did. How was your
viewers.
Saturday, Phil?
Not too good.
Yeah, we won't talk about that. In the interest of transparency, as you say, we're
Yep.
not going to talk about it at all. Phil, we did some midweek auctions. I had some fun in Hartington Street, Elsternwick, Phillip, and I sold that property for the most delightful people who are clients of our company. And Phil, it was just an auction that went for an hour and 20 minutes.
Wow,
That's
an
a pretty
hour
long,
and 20
an hour
minutes.
20,
What
Philip.
were you
the auction.
doing?
Well, I was taking bids, and no, it was interesting because there were 2 bidders, but one of the bidders would not stand still, Phil. And
Right.
one bidder was sitting. There was a lady sitting on the couch, you
Yep.
know, with little child, and then there was another bidder, and he was like Zorro, you know.
Right.
He was here, he was there, he was everywhere. So he was bidding in the hall, he was bidding in the lounge, he went outside, and every time there was a bid, he ended up wandering. So he went down the end of the hallway a few times. I thought maybe his bank manager was down there, he had to get approval every time he put in a bid. Anyway, it was a long auction,
Okay,
and
an hour and
ultimately
20 minutes,
sold.
that's a bit of a record.
Ultimately sold. We were expecting it to be somewhere in the 9s, Phil, but it went for $1,040,000, a little over
Yep.
the range. And not
Great.
everything goes over the range, just got to say that, just
Yes.
because some people say everything goes over the range, everything's 10% over the range. No, it doesn't. Many
A lot
don't.
of properties are selling in the middle of the
And
range.
some at the bottom, Phil.
Yeah,
It's occasionally,
absolutely.
it happens sometimes.
Yep.
But anyway, this one did sell a little over the range, just by a small percentage, sold for $1,040,000 to the original buyer. So well done to the sellers there, who I think do watch GPTV. So as you shout out
Excellent.
to them,
Thank
because
you.
they are
Thank you for
delightful
watching.
supporters of our company. Philip, in Poth Road, Murrumbina, there was also a midweek auction that happened. I think Leor did that one, and that one sold for $955,000, right in the middle of its range.
Viewers, you are going to see more and more midweek auctions
Yes.
coming at you. I think that is
It's a
one
summer
thing.
delight.
Well, and I think it's starting slowly to develop some
Yep.
momentum. We've been talking
like
about it for
them.
years. We've been doing it for years. But I think since COVID, we've run more midweek auctions than we've ever run. And
Yep.
I'm a great fan.
As am I, Philip. Anyway, Poth Road's Murrumbina, sold by Christian de Vries, who is Mr. Murrumbina. He's been very busy in Murrumbina his whole professional real estate life, including this week. Phil, and that leads us into Belvoir. To a Belvoir court in Murrumbina, which sold for $1,465,000, just above its range, and Christian de Vries sold that one.
And
Let's talk.
It's Belvoir, Gary. We also
Belvoir.
had an auction on Thursday evening that was
Yeah,
meant to
we
be
did.
an auction that was going to be held on Sunday. And we got an
Oh,
offer on
yeah,
that property.
forgot about that. Alma Road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this was a really good case study of just doing things differently. So we
Yep.
got an offer.
Yep.
It was an offer to the vendor's satisfaction.
It
We
was.
signed up that offer and
Indeed.
presented it to the vendor.
We did.
We also said, look, we think we've got some other people to go back to, so please don't accept this offer. We think we need to go back to the others.
don't need to talk about the whole
No,
strategy of
but-
every component of it.
But it's interesting. So we
Okay,
ended
well-
up having the auction.
Yes.
Instead of Sunday, we brought it
We
through
brought it in.
Thursday
Yeah.
evening.
It's not that revolutionary.
We put the property on the market at the offer that we had.
Yeah, and the buyer was okay with that.
And the buyer
Yeah.
was okay
So
with
was the
that.
vendor.
We ended up selling it well in excess of that offer to somebody
Yep.
else. But the story is lovely, Gary, because the person that precipitated that auction,
Yeah. Yeah.
can you say precipitated?
You could, I suppose. It's probably not relevant to the statement, but go on.
So that person missed out on buying Alma Road, but we took them round the corner on Sunday and sold them a property in Crimea Street.
Yes, 39 Crimea. It's a happy ending.
Had a very nice happy ending.
For all parties, Philip, because
Yes.
happy buyer for Alma, happy sellers for Alma, happy buyer for Crimea, and happy and delightful sellers
And
for
the
Crimea Street.
sellers
Yeah.
from Crimea Street.
Yeah, top
Shout
5.
out to you if you're watching the show,
Yep.
because the most delightful couple.
are.
And I'm going to put them up on screen now because they insisted on, before the auction, nicest couple, right? This
I love
couple
the
are
couple, yeah.
late 30s probably, maybe 40.
No,
maybe,
don't tell them,
maybe.
don't say that. They're late
Anyway,
30s.
the nicest people. They're definitely
Yeah,
going to
age
make
doesn't
it
matter,
into
yeah.
our top sellers for the year,
They
just
are.
because they were so delightful. Anyway, before the auction, out came the tequila,
That's
what
right.
George Clooney tequila,
Yes.
and they insisted on drinking tequila to settle their.
Did you have one?
To settle their nerves. I didn't. I held
The
glass.
shots, yeah.
But one of the nicest things. Have you ever heard a person called? Have you ever said hello to a person called Sailor?
No,
As
just
in Sailor.
Oh, hello, Sailor.
It's the coolest name. Anyway, their child is called Sailor.
hello, sailor.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's just, I love that name. I love these people. The most delightful family.
Absolutely, and well done to them. Philip, we go on to Marine Parade,
Yes.
which Jeremy Rosen's had the absolute pleasure of auctioning, and again to a wonderful client that we've done so much with. And well done, Philip. We thought that one was probably going to be somewhere, maybe the low, if possible, mid sixes, but it sold for $678,000 with 3 bidders, Philip.
Yes.
Very excited and not
Absolutely.
surprised with that address. Phil, I started off on Sunday morning having the privilege of representing a vendor who had owned the property, his family property, since the 1970s, Phil. I think it was 1973. Okay. And of course, you know, we've got one of the bedrooms, they left all the stickers on the wall, and it's all got, you know, it's got like Kim Khan and the Tigers, and it's really iconic. It was like my bedroom, you know, those days. We all had those sort of stuff, which was just good fun. But anyway, we thought we might get around 1.7 for that, thereabouts. The reserve was in that vicinity, but lo and behold, Philip, the underbidder unfortunately ran into somebody from Sydney. And of course, in Sydney, Philip, 1.7, 1.8, 1.9, as you often say.
That's the deposit on a house,
That's
Gary.
the deposit. Well,
Yep.
here, this time it was a full house, and they managed to get someone here to bid who probably hasn't done all that much bidding, I think. And in fact, when we had our halftime break, as we have sometime in auctions, I walked in, Leon walked in, and also the buyer, actually, who held the bid, walked in. So we all walked in together, but I was sort of saying to the buyer, look, it's not actually for you to walk in here. This is a situation where we meet with the vendor. But anyway, we went back outside and sold it, Philip, for $1 million.
Such a long, boring story.
1,970, Philip, well over expectations. For Lambert
Yes.
was another one that sold well in excess of expectation, Philip. I'm not needing to note the price here. Bit of action happening outside there. But that property, again, Philip, we actually had a price reduction because the interest wasn't so great. And we responded to the market. And lo and behold, it ends up selling for more than the first
I think this
indication.
Going on so long. Can we just talk about the weekend's auctions that are coming
17 Remuera Road, Philip. I
here
want
we
to talk
go.
about. No, hang on. You're not going to cut me short on 17 Remuera Street because that vendor, Phil, was our old boss. And let me tell you, when you're selling for your old boss, you're under a bit of pressure to perform, I've got to tell you, because they might not be the boss of you anymore, but they're still the boss, right? And anyway, great to have the privilege of selling it for our old boss and getting such a strong result there, Philip. I was very excited about that auction.
As you should have been.
You did a great job.
Shout out to Michael and Ruth.
Great to see them. Yeah. Phil, 40 auctions. That's a little bit, strap yourselves in, viewers, because we've got a little bit of talk about what's coming up, Phil. We can't wait till the weekend. We are starting off in Elwood midweek on Wednesday. What a fantastic property this is.
Gary, Matthew Morley, Daniel Michmacher have got auction honours. This is 4 2-bedroom apartments and obviously a stunning location. You've got to love Elwood.
Phil, we move on to Lahona Avenue in Bentley East. You've got the auction honours at 5:30 tomorrow.
Gary, looking forward to this. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a lock-up garage. Love these properties.
I'm off also to Bentley East. So when you're there, I'm there an hour later, Phil, so we can catch up with each other if you'd like to. I'll be doing the auction of 14 Yarraboon Close. I love this house. You did the video for it.
Gary, I love that house too, so I'm a bit jealous that you're doing the auction, not me.
Good.
That is 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, the most magnificent swimming pool, the most immaculate house you'll ever see.
We're going commercial, Philip. 949 Glenhuntly Road, Caulfield. Simon Radolnik is the auctioneer for that one, and that is on at 2 o'clock.
262 square metres of land, Gary, with a zoning C2Z. So a good commercial zoning, off-street car parking. That's a great opportunity to get into the marketplace in a commercial investment or owner occupation.
Come check out Simon. He does a great job. That's on Thursday at 2 p.m. Philip, let's talk about the weekend. Saturday, we've got no less than 4 auctions at 10:30 a.m. Let's kick off in Carnegie in Glenhuntly Road.
Gary, Aviv and Lior meet to sell 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a lock-up garage, a 2-storey town residence. As new, it's magnificent.
I love Hampton Street, Brighton. Philip, I've got the auction honours at 10:30 a.m. I'm meeting Vanessa McGlynn there.
Yes, Gary, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. A great opportunity to get into a vibrant location.
Simon Radolnik kicks off his 10:30 auction in Mackey Road, Bentley East.
2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and an undercover car space, Gary. That is a ripper.
Jeremy Rosens kicks off his start in Armidale, meeting Mark Kirkham in Kooyong Road.
Gary, love this property. It's very close to where I live. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom and a beautiful building. 12
Pelling Road, Murrumbina is Lior's second auction happening at 11:30 a.m.
Gary, so much to love there. 865 square metres of land with a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home on it. That's a wonderful land and home opportunity.
You get to kick off your first auction after a little sleep in, Philip, at 11:30am in Birdwood Street, Bentley East, a great looking home.
Magnificent. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage, everything that opens and shuts. Love that home.
Lifestyle, light and leafy views is the call for 5 at 33 St George's Road, Elstwick, a well-positioned property that I'm auctioning at 11:30.
Gary, that is fabulous. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space.
Morton Avenue, Carnegie, Dave Thompson auctions for Rishi, this terrific property.
It is a terrific property. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. That is fabulous with its own courtyard garden.
Auction number 5 is the second auction for Simon Rodolnik. It's in Invoker Street, South Yarra. Daniel Pearce been handling it.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 undercover car space, and you don't get much better address than Avoca in South Yarra.
I'm excited about Malvern Grove, Phil. They've got a terrific auction there. I'm doing it 12:30, and I absolutely love this property. It's in a small block of 5 only, a great apartment.
You've got the park at one end, and you've got Glenferrie Road at the other. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a car space.
While I'm there, Philip, you're in this terrific looking property in Ann Street, McKinnon at 12:30.
5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, a double garage, parking for further cars. That is magnificent.
Chaucer Street, St Kilda's a well-positioned street. Matthew Morley's been handling this, and Jeremy Rosen's auctions.
3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. Move straight into that home, and Chaucer Street is a choice address.
David Thompson is an expert in Carnegie and Murrumbeena, and more widely, he gets to auction in Murrumbeena Road at 12:30.
2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 car space, Gary. That is a really well-placed location.
There's just been a price reduction in Margaret Street. Viv Samuel has been handling it. Leo Samuel is the auctioneer.
Get into the market, Gary, and don't we love South Yarra? We do a lot there. 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. Needs a bit of care and attention, but that's the way to make money in real estate.
Brighton Road, Elwood, Philip, at 1:30pm. I'm meeting Arlene to auction this terrific apartment.
Yes, it is, Gary. That is 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a car space.
We know that block well, don't we?
We do.
Brighton Road. We used to sell it in there many, many decades ago. Philip, at 1:30pm, you are going to be in Parker Street, Brighton East.
Meeting Jan and Lior. That is a beautiful home. Just move straight in, not spend a cent. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a double lock-up garage.
I've got my 5th auction, Philip, at 2:30pm in Malvern East in Tennyson Street. I've got a busy day.
Well, what a beautiful apartment this is, together with its courtyard garden that is massive. That is just magnificent real estate.
297 Elm Road no longer goes to auction,
No,
Philip, because it's
that
been
is
sold.
sold.
That's the one you talked about before that got pulled in early. So at 2:30, instead, we've got North Road.
Yes, Gary, you're part of that incredible North Road shopping centre. That is 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a car space.
We're going to Perth, Phil, at 2:30, but that's Perth Street in Paran, Leo Samuel Auctions.
Yes, on behalf of Aviv, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, off-street car parking, and that has got plenty of garden area, wraparound garden
And
area.
that brings Saturday to a big close, Darling, at 3:30 in Darling Road in Malvern East.
Check
Christian
out
DeFries.
all of the common area of the garden there, Gary. That is just an incredible property. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space.
I think Leor's doing 5 auctions as well. A very big happening Saturday. Phil, let's move to Sunday. We've got double auction action at 10:30am. We're going to be in Hotham Street, Ripponlea.
That's a really large apartment, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, bigger than normal.
I'm in Cardigan Street, Philip, but around the same time at 10:30am.
Yes, Cardigan Street, we love 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space.
Phil, Jeremy Rosens is excited about this one in Raphael Street. It's a tightly held street, but this is a great offering
And
there.
it's a really good development there, Gary. That's a 2-storey town residence, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a lock-up garage and another car space in front.
We're in Paran Grove. This property has been very popular, Philip. At 11:30am, it's been repriced because of its popularity. It's still popular. 13 at 28 Paran Grove.
Gary, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a lock-up garage, a second car space, courtyard garden, lots to love there. No wonder it's popular.
Hotham Street, Philip, at 12:30 Jeremy Rosens Auctions.
Yes, and we love this. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, and an extra large kitchen, living, dining.
I've sold this property before. I'm looking forward to selling it again, Philip. It's in Gardenvale Road. That's 4 at 17 to 19.
Gary, that's beautifully renovated. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a car space, wraparound courtyard gardens.
222 Gleneye Road, Elstwick, Philip, is going to be happening at 1:30.
4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, including a double lock-up garage and beautiful garden areas.
Bullran Road, Caulfield South is another site of our 1:30 auction. Jeremy Rosens
2
this time.
bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, undercover car space, lots to love there, immaculate condition.
I'll be meeting Daniel in Carlisle Street, Philip, at 1:30 for the sale of this 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, and don't we love that? 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, and courtyard gardens.
John Paul Young says it's a long, long way to Pasadena, Philip, but it's really not that far. And we're going to be there at 2:30. That's Pasadena Crescent in Bentley East.
Gary, this is the most magnificent home. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking for up to 4 cars, plenty of garden areas, and it is magnificent.
There is triple auction action, Philip, and at 2:30, Simon Redonic's going to be in Glen Huntly Road, 107 at 888 Glen Huntly Road.
Best facilities on your doorstep, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. And that has got incredible balcony terrace.
One at 32 Latrobe Street is at 2:30. Philip Leor's auctioning that one.
4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking for 3 cars. That has got incredible courtyard gardens.
And
as well.
I love this apartment door on Crescent. I love that block, Philip. I'm meeting Arlene and Daniel there at 3:30 p.m.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a car space, and the most magnificent courtyard as well.
And you'll be bringing down the curtain, Philip, at 3:30 to wrap up a very big weekend in Moon Street, Brighton East.
3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage, courtyard gardens, and don't we love the sun, the stars and the moon?
And they're all in alignment for a very busy weekend, Philip. And we're looking forward to bringing you all the real estate news on GPTV. That's a big wrap for a big week. We'll be back next week. We've only got a couple more episodes and then we're out of here for the year, Phil. But we'll continue to bring you the news in the meantime on GPTV. I'm Gary Pearce.
I'm Philip Kingston. Have a great week.